stream starting soon, folks. Starting soon. Starting soon. Starting soon. Hello! Hello, welcome everybody. It is 4:12 p.m. here on the east coast of North America, here in my neck of the woods. 4:12 p.m. Good afternoon, or maybe early evening for some of you. Welcome, hello. It is Friday. I don't normally go live on Fridays, but it's Friday, July 22nd, 2022. Summer is in full swing. It's hot. It's real hot. Inverted arrow.
I want you to live, too.
Thank you. Inverted arrow with the 500 bits. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Oh, thank you. I love the foods. I love the bits. Thank you for 500 of them. Thank you. Not too fond of summer? It's alright, but it's not too hot, which it is right now. So, not anyway. But yeah, welcome. Glad you're all here. Glad you're tuning in. Glad you're here. Glad you're tuning in. Welcome. Today is a chill, do nothing stream. I do at least one of these a week. Normally it's on Sunday, but I'm busy this Sunday, so it's gonna have to be today instead. It's gonna have to be today instead. Alright, folks. Hope you're all doing great. It's hot. I don't need to check the weather. Like I said, it's hot outside. It's really hot. There's a heat wave right now, so it is what it is. Yesterday, I had to speed walk to my appointment in 90 degrees to Fahrenheit, two-thirds of a mile in 15 minutes. Still early to my appointment by like 40 minutes. Wow, you did not need to. Hey, I'm the same way. I overestimate too. I blame my parents. Because my parents will be like, they instilled in me that it's always better to be late than early, or early than late. And then you know what happens now? Now I'm a grown man. I go to the doctor and I'm like, crap, I got 40 minutes. And here's the truth. They don't see you early. I don't know, they don't see that wasn't even the case before COVID, They don't see you early. The doctor's busy with other patients. So, I don't know. Same thing when I go order pizza, I call in I don't like using the food delivery apps. And I live in the city, so I don't need to use the food delivery apps. I'll put in an order and I'll pick it up. In fact, I'm gonna order a pizza tonight. What sound effect should I play for that? But yeah. I'm gonna order, oh, you want the dolphin? Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm gonna go order the pizza, I'm gonna, my parents are, it happens when I order a pizza, and that makes me feel even dumber than the doctor's office. Because at the doctor's office, you get to wait, there's an area for you to wait. But at the pizza place, I'll show up, and they're like, hey, it's still cooking, 5 more minutes. And now I feel like an idiot. Because they told me over the phone how long it would take. And I just showed up early anyways, and now I'm just standing there. Hands in my pockets. Baaulp, has your dad ever had pizza? Yes, and I don't think he liked it. My dad doesn't like any food except for Chinese food. My dad likes to nap. My dad likes the lottery. He likes to smoke cigarettes, and he will eat food that isn't Chinese food, but he won't like it. You won't like it. Your dad sounds cool as hell. I don't know. It's debatable. My dad, I don't hate my dad, but my dad could definitely be a lot cooler, I get the feeling everyone says that about their dad, but for my dad, it's probably, I don't know. I don't think my dad has ever had spaghetti before. Like, spaghetti and meatballs? He's never had spaghetti and meatballs. See, when you say your dad, when other people say that, oh, I wish my dad was cool, they're talking about like, oh, I wish my dad had a cool job, or like they rode around on a motorcycle, or something like that. I wish my dad would like try spaghetti and meatballs. He won't eat it. I wish he would like not smoke as much. You should stream your dad eating various Western foods. That wouldn't be good watching. It wouldn't be good viewing. You want to know why? Cause he would not like it. You would not get a funny reaction out of it. He'd just be like, not good. Does he have good stories about China? I mean, he has good stories about his life. They happen to be in China. You know what I mean? My parents grew up during some hard fucking times. My parents grew up during some hard times. So, he has good stories. Like, he didn't, he wasn't like miserable the whole time, but there are more stories about his life, and he happened to have lived in China, than about China himself. I would love a podcast of you interviewing him. You're a good podcaster. Well, thank you for that compliment, but I would rather make funny stuff. Wouldn't you rather have funny stuff? I don't know. Have you ever pranked your dad? No. I've never been brave enough to prank my dad. My dad is like... My dad... Man, looking at me, you would not be able to tell what my dad is like. My dad sounds like a fucking... My dad could be like... I get the feeling that, like, if we were born in a different time, in a different place, my dad would be like a warlord or something. I don't know. Which makes sense, because I'd make a good inquisitor, I guess, if circumstances were different, but you know, thankfully I was born here and now, so instead of being a bad person, like being some fucked up inquisitor hurting people, I'm just a dumb idiot. I like to make people... I'm just a dumb idiot, and I like to make people laugh. I'm just a stupid guy, and I like to make people laugh. Which, honestly, I think is better. I like my life. You know, because I'm Chinese, I think there's like a 20% chance. What? I'm gonna look it up. Chance to be related to Genghis. Let's see. Yeah, okay. If you are male, so like any male on Earth, you have a 0.5% chance to be related to Genghis Khan. If you're Asian, especially if you lived in the same area, which, you know, they conquered a lot of area. But if you lived in any place where Genghis Khan conquered, that percentage goes up, skyrockets up to 8%. The guy had a lot of kids and a lot of wives. You know. Anyway. So. It goes up to 8%. I have an 8% chance I'm related to that dude. And now I make people laugh. I make people laugh. God, if I was directly related to Genghis Khan, that'd be so funny. Like, look at me. Look at me. It'd be like looking at a wolf and then like a fucking Pomeranian. But yeah, glad you're all here today. Welcome. So, just in case someone tuning in isn't a regular viewer or doesn't watch me often enough. So the story is, normally on Sundays I do a stream where I don't do anything. Like I'm not, like, no joke, I don't do nothing. I turn the stream on and I just talk. It's a stream about nothing. I don't do nothing. Alright? But I'm gonna be very busy this Sunday. I'm gonna be very busy this Sunday. And, yeah, one way or another, I'm gonna be busy. So, because I'm gonna be busy, I moved Sunday stream to today. So today's a stream about, I'm sitting here, I'm drinking my coffee. I turn the stream on. That's it. Hallelujah! We ain't doing shit. Alright, we ain't doing nothing. So, well, it's Friday, so I assume some people are still at work, but I'm doing nothing, so I'm glad you could join me. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. But yeah, we're just gonna talk and chit chat, and I'm just gonna chill and have fun. Seems good. Seems like you guys it seems like people enjoy it. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I'm checking something real quick. All right. Baaulp Sabbath. Yes, it's the Baaulp Sabbath. I need a. You know what? I like that name. I like that name because before I used to just call it the Sunday stream. But the problem with the Sunday stream is when it doesn't happen on Sunday, then it gets all fucked up. So yeah, I like Baaulp Sabbath or Baaulp Spith. Yeah. So I think we I think I'm gonna workshop this name, but whoever, I forgot who suggested it, but whoever suggested it, thank you, because this is a good name. All right, so yeah, it's Friday. I don't normally stream on Fridays because I'm busy doing like behind the scenes things, but you know, it Friday streams are chill. They feel chill. They feel chill. I used to stream on Fridays, but then my schedule changed up. Hey, shouts out to all you weekend warriors. Since I don't normally stream on Fridays, I didn't even think to say this. Chat, but shouts out to all of you weekend warriors out there. If you work on Monday through Friday at 9 to 5, shouts out. If you're watching me, I want to congratulate you for making it another week. And if you do work weekends, don't worry, I got your back. Oh, wrong button. You're going into battle, but I got you. I got you. But yeah, I got you. I know your pain. I feel you. But yeah, hopefully this is a good start to the weekend. A good start to the weekend for those of you that do get to enjoy your weekends. Does the weekend start on Friday or Saturday? In my opinion, the weekend starts the moment you get out of work on Friday. I'm watching at work right now. Who give a fuck? Who give a shit? TGIF. Hell yeah. One of the things that would piss me off the most about being a software engineer is, you know, they don't tell you. So being a software engineer is one of those jobs where like you're salaried, right? So most software engineers are salaried, meaning like you get X amount of money the year and that's it. But, and like the whole software industry is like this. I have yet to talk to someone who isn't like this. Sorry. I have yet to talk to someone that isn't in this sort of situation. Some people are lucky and are hourly, but the way they get you in software engineering is you'll be a salaried employee and you'll be like, great, awesome, I get PTO, I get paid time off, I'm a salaried employee, all I have to do is go in and do my 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Most software engineering roles that I've been in and my friends have been in and I've seen other people been in are very demanding. and it's almost expected. It's almost expected. Some companies are more nefarious about it than others. Some companies more blunt about it than others. But they're like, yo, you gotta stay extra time to, finish this because, it has to, it's so critical. And, I would have weeks, especially if we were like crunching, especially if we were like crunching, or if there was something like super crazy going on. I think the most I've done is like a 60, almost 70-hour week. Do you really want to leave the team hanging like this? Kinda, yeah. See, here's the thing. You wouldn't even hear that. You wouldn't even hear that. People wouldn't even say that. Instead, it was just like almost an expectance. The way they really twist the knife is when you see other devs staying late, and you're like, well, I gotta stay late. That's really how it gets you. Because you see other people staying late, and it makes you feel like, oh yeah, I guess I should get this done, I should help out, and then you end up staying late. And that's why they have catering and like hangout areas and laundry machines at Google. That's the craziest one to me. When I heard that Google has laundry machines, crazy. Cause that's like excessive. Yeah, they have laundry machines. Basically, you could live at Google. Right? There's places to sleep. They'll feed you. They'll clothe you. You basically don't have to leave. And if your shirt gets dirty, just take it off, put on a Google t-shirt, and wash your shirt. It's crazy. Sounds horrifying. Yeah, that is one part of being a software engineer I don't miss anymore. I definitely don't miss that. I'm a salaried employee at a company with hourly billing. I feel like I got away with something. Yeah, I don't want to say being a salaried employee is a bad thing, but I guess I guess I'm not talking about being a salaried employee, because not to be honest, being a salaried employee is a good thing, in general. I mean, every time I went on vacation, I knew I was being paid to do nothing. I was like, yeah, I'm on vacation, I'm still getting checks. Fuck yeah. That doesn't happen to me anymore now that I'm self-employed. I miss that, but there are, the aspect of like software engineering being like, that's why there's so much burnout in software engineering, right? Because they just burn people out because you're working like 50, 60-hour weeks, and it's like, how do you not get burnout working 50, 60-hour weeks? Is Steam Office kind of like this? What do you mean Steam Office? Steam Office? You mean Valve? I've heard Valve is I have no clue. I can't speak on that. I can't speak up on that. You'll have to look it up yourself. But a lot of like the big tech companies are like that. The small tech companies too. Valve is also just weird. So I'm not gonna speak on it, because I don't know enough. I heard that at Valve you get to work on whatever it is you want, which is why TF2 doesn't get any updates, and like, if you ever like, once I heard that fact, I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense, because they just stopped working on TF2 because everyone wheeled their desk away. Man, I get burnt out working 25 hours a week. Okay. Warning. Big warning. I always am. I always tell people to take everything I say with a grain of salt, especially when it comes to advice like this. I am not an expert in anything. I'm not an expert in anything. So I'm gonna try to give advice, but don't take it as like law. Alright? Because I'm not an expert in fucking anything. Other than maybe making people laugh. What I've heard about burnout lately is that burnout happens when there is a disconnect between your expectations and what the job demands of you. That's what I've heard. So the most common way you see this is you work for a company and the company's like, you're gonna do extra work, whether that being more effort or more time, right? You're doing harder work, or you're doing your work but you're there for longer, and you're like, what the hell? I thought I was only gonna work 8 hours every day for 5 days, right? That's one way burnout can manifest, and I get the feeling that's a very, very common way burnout can manifest, right? Because in that scenario, your job, like your expectation of what your job expects you doesn't match, right? Because you're thinking, okay, I have to put in this much work, and they demand this much work out of you, so that's where burnout happens. But I've heard the opposite can also happen, right? Have you ever worked a boring job? I've worked jobs so boring before, I've wanted to bash my head against the wall, right? So the opposite can happen, where maybe your job demands this much out of you, but you thought you were gonna have put in this much effort into your job, right? So it's like you just like, let's say your job is super easy, and they want you to do that super easy thing for 8 hours, and your mind is going numb and you hate it, and you also get burnout. Yeah, and someone in chat said you can also get burnout by things outside your job, economic stress, social climate, blah blah blah, blah. Yeah, things can also carry over into work, right? So a lot of people assume that, like, oh, people who get overworked can get burnt out, but the opposite scenario can also cause burnout. Like, I've definitely been burnt out before. When I was in high school, when I just graduated high school, I thought I hit the jackpot because I got some easy office job, right? I got like this piss easy office job. And I think I was only getting paid like $12 an hour or $13 an hour, but that's above minimum wage back then. And I was like, oh, sweet, like I'm like 18, I'm making like $12 an hour doing this piss easy office job. But it was so mind numbing. I wanted to bash my head against the wall. I was literally just alphabetizing documents 8 hours a day. It was insane. My mind was going numb, and I was burnt out. Like, I was absolutely burnt out because they expected me to be like, the bar they set for me was here, and my bar was here. Like this is like, I was expecting to do normal office work, and they wanted this out of me 8 hours a day. And I was like, my mind was like going numb. I like couldn't take it. So that totally makes sense, and it's definitely what is happening in my situation right now, as I'm having to pull the weight of everybody else right now. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Being the only member of a team, when you have a team, will definitely burn you out. That is definitely more work than you were expecting, yeah. Man, that's a depressing start to today's stream. Sorry. But hey, you guys brought it up. Oh, hey. So, alright. Some things I want to talk about, though. Oh, that was a big clap. I'm sorry. Um, we're recording a new episode of the podcast tomorrow. So tomorrow we're recording new episode of the podcast. If you haven't listened to the podcast before, go check it out. I just put some links in the chat. There's a link to my Twitter, my YouTube, but that last link is the important one. Is a link to the Where Do We Begin podcast that I do with the crew. You can go to that link and download it directly. You can also search Wayne Radio TV wherever you listen to your podcasts. We're on Spotify, Google, Apple, all the usual places, you know, and maybe some weird places too. I don't know. I'm not in charge of putting. Believe it or not, I'm not the one that I pay Podbean to put our podcast up places. I don't know where they put it, but they stick it wherever they stick it. I don't know. I don't want to know, but I know we're on Spotify, Apple, and iTunes. So go check it out. But yeah, we're recording a new episode. So if you want to send an email, I don't know, complaining about something, talking about something, I don't know, something interesting, short and sweet, 3 sentences. Go ahead and send your email to podcast@radiotvsolutions. That's podcast@radioTV.solutions. And I'm the one that reads the email, so you know who to thank / hate if you don't notice, if you see your email if you got the cold shoulder with your email. But yeah, we're recording a new episode tomorrow, and while we're recording that new episode, Holly's going to be doing a charity stream. So yeah, go check that out. Holly's going to be doing a charity stream tomorrow. Right? Let me see. Hold on. Yes, tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern, she's trying to raise money for Project 10, which is a Montreal-based organization providing advocacy, outreach, and material support for the LGBTQ plus in Quebec. So good cause, another fundraiser for you guys. Because I mean that makes sense. Because you can't listen to we don't do our podcast live. We record it and we edit it, and then you listen to it later. So yeah, while we record the podcast, you guys can go check out the charity stream. And tonight, I'm gonna have to end the stream, order a pizza, eat it, and then chat. And then we are going to go ahead and do a commentary stream. Oh, did Scorpy delete the announcement? Or did he not post it in Okay, he didn't post it in the Discord yet. But tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, so in about 3.5 hours, we are going to do a commentary. You saw an announcement for it on Instagram. Yeah, he hasn't posted it on Twitter yet. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. I was still muted. But yeah, we're going to do a commentary tonight on the first Game Clam stream. So Game Clam 1 should be a lot of fun. It's been a while since we've seen all that stuff. And we're going to watch Game Clam and commentate over it. The commentary stream is today. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have another coffee that makes me feel like RoboCop. I'm gonna have another coffee that makes me feel like RoboCop. It's gonna be great. I love video commentary about things. Can you show the can? It's this stuff. This is the empty can from last time. I really should throw this out, but this shit is so fucking good. But I try not to have too much of it, because it's extra caffeine and extra sugar. It's so fucking good. This song makes me feel like fucking the Terminator. Okay? Alright? When I drink this, I hear that song from Berserk. Is caffeine bad? Let me think. Yes, but if you're going to be a mover and shaker, I feel like you gotta drink it. You know what I mean? I feel like if you does that make sense? Like, how did I start drinking coffee? Because I think even in my first year of college, I didn't drink coffee. It was my second year of college. It was my second year of college. What's the podcast email again? podcast@radiotv.solutions. Yeah. This is how I started drinking coffee. So believe it or not, my first year of college, I didn't drink coffee. I would have caffeine, but like, you know, I would have like a soda here and there, and that's how I got my caffeine. And soda's bad for me. The beginning of college is when I started taking, you know, a good look at myself and trying to be more healthy. So I was like, I gotta drink less soda. Um, I gotta drink less soda. So I did that, and I didn't like I didn't drink coffee instead of soda for my caffeine. I just stopped drinking soda and had very little caffeine in my diet. And then my second year of college, I remember getting to campus at the same time as my friend. I think we like ran into each other or something. Or no. Wrong. I was with my friend. We were killing time because it was finals. We were waiting to take a final. That's what we were doing. We were waiting to take a final. Like we were both on campus. Neither of us lived on campus, so we were just sitting there like in the library or something waiting. And I think like, you know, it was 2 hours, like we had just come out of one final, and we had like 2 hours to kill before the next test. And I was like, well shit, what do we do? And I was like, oh, I feel kind of tired. You know, I was like, I feel kind of tired. You know, I'd just been staring at an exam for like an hour. And it's like, yeah, I feel tired too. Let's go get a coffee. And I was like, oh. And so we go to Dunkin' Donuts, we get a coffee, and I was like, this is great. Why am I not doing this? I'm gonna do this every day until I die. And now I am absolutely dependent on coffee. I know this because if I don't have like 2 cups of coffee or equivalent of 2 cups of coffee, um, by a certain time in the day, I will get headaches. And I get an even worse headache if I don't have any coffee at all. LOL, was it the regular Dunkin' coffee with all the sugar and cream? It wasn't iced coffee because it was this would have been, yeah, it was hot out, so I wanted an iced iced coffee. And yeah, I did have sugar. I didn't get cream, but I did have sugar because I already knew I was lactose intolerant by then, so I just had sugar, but probably shouldn't have. Now I don't have. Now I don't put sugar in my coffee. The FDA recommends a max of 400 milligrams of caffeine a day, so I always try to get right up to that. uh,
Resubscriber.
Yo, thank you. Shouts out, much appreciated. Thank ya.
I haven't seen a stream live in a month. Swoops. Very very nice to be back though. Anyway, way is coffee like that? Everybody I know either hates it or is addicted.
You don't have to apologize for not catching a stream in a while. That's not what this is about. Thank you though, and thank you for the resub, Omega Smiley Face. Thank you for the 13 months of support. That's 13 months. That's more than a year. It's crazy. Now you drink La Colombe Mocha? Well, I not on the regular. Not on the regular. It's a treat. It's a treat that I have every once in a while. Every few weeks or so, I drink one. A lot of self-control over here. But yeah, that's how I started drinking coffee. And what I mean by oh, you gotta, if you want to be a mover and shaker, you gotta drink coffee. Like during the 1800s, when coffee shops started springing up all across America and Europe, and intellectuals met at coffee shops, I feel like to some degree that still happens, you know? You gotta do things that okay, this is gonna make me sound Machiavellian, not, I guess not Machiavellian. This is gonna make me sound like one of those guys, hustle and grind, hustle and grind. I would give up my left testicle to be able to sit down to dinner with Jay-Z, because Jay-Z's gonna give me a $5 million to make fake testicles, and I'm gonna start a fake testicle, damn, Scorpio, you don't drink coffee at all? That's crazy. I'm surprised. Do you really not drink coffee? I'm surprised. I feel like you would. I thought you would. Anyway, but yeah, this is gonna make me sound like one of those guys. Oh, just get me. I just want one dinner. I just want one night where I get to sit down with Jay-Z, and if I just get to talk to him, he's gonna know I'm a brain genius. Nah. I dropped 3 years ago because I couldn't work without it. Wow, so you actually quit coffee? Oh, you didn't. You stopped. Wait, so you stopped drinking coffee because you couldn't work without it? I don't know if you're. So why'd you quit though? Cause that doesn't sound like a problem to me. You just drink coffee like everyone else. One of us. No, don't start drinking more. That's actually. I didn't like having to rely on it, but it's a fun, cool drink that everyone drinks every day. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think to some degree, cause Scorpy does bring up a good point. If you're dependent on coffee, you can't just quit. It won't be an easy process because your body's dependent on it. And like I said, I get headaches if I don't get it. But it's you could quit. Why do you keep drinking it? I keep drinking it because I genuinely like the taste of it, and I'm not one of those people where I say I like coffee and then I put a fuck ton of dairy and sugar in it. Well, I mean, I drank it all, but I have my coffee with fake milk like soy milk or almond milk, and that's it. No sugar, no dairy. That's it. And if I don't have fake milk, I will drink it black. It's just I like it, but I like it, but I also like I also like bitter ass Chinese gunpowder tea. So I think that's just my own personal taste. So it's just like it's just a fun drink that I get to drink every day. And it's not like, especially since I brew my own, like me and my parents brew our own coffee every day. So me and my parents brew our own coffee every day. So it's we're going out and buying coffee, you know. So it doesn't end up being too expensive. Um, uh, what was I gonna say? But yeah, I feel like the other reason why I like coffee, besides I actually like the taste of the drink, obviously because it keeps I'm dependent on it now. But also like, especially when I was in college, like it was the thing people did, you know? Like I don't think coffee shops, you know, it's not like the 1800s anymore where the coffee shop was the meeting place of the educated and the intellectuals. You know, nowadays you go to Starbucks with your laptop to look like you're pretend like you're writing something really profound in front of a lot of people, right? You don't want to work at home, right? You don't want to write your crazy cool script at home. You got to do it in front of everyone so people can see you writing your script. Um but you know, so it's not as, you know, it's not as, you know, going to the coffee shop wasn't gonna guarantee that you met Isaac Newton, you know, Sir Isaac Newton anymore, or like fucking Pascal, or you know, but I think like to some degree, coffee is still like it. How do I describe it? Coffee is this is a thing people. Coffee is an activity that both the working class and the intellectual elite do at the same time. So it's very magical in that regard. Because you know, those coffee shops are where those two worlds intersect, you know? To me, it's like riding the subway, you know? Everyone rides the subway. It makes you feel like you're a part of something. Everyone drinks coffee, right? The smartest man, the lowliest peasant, the richest person, the poor, you know, everyone drinks coffee. It's just like a thing, right? Like everybody could be walking in and out of that Dunkin' Donuts. So it makes you feel like you're a part of the human experience. I don't know. I don't know. That's how I see it. You know? You you go to, you know, like, also it's just that, like, if you haven't noticed, like coffee is just an excuse people. I'm drinking Zoa now. Oh yeah, maybe score. You know, I was going to say, that, you know, coffee is caffeine is a drug that everyone is dependent on now. But coffee is a good excuse to ask people out. It's a good excuse to hang out with your friends. It's a good excuse to pretend like it was working. When I was in college, I've gone and gotten coffee with professors before. You know, like it's a thing humans do. But maybe Scorpy is like 10 steps ahead of me, because maybe the real intellectuals, the real rich people, the real movers and shakers are all drinking Zoa now. You know, I'm behind. I'm behind all the real smart people. You know, the Sir Isaac Newtons of our time. They're not drinking coffee. They're drinking Zoa. You want to meet a Nobel Prize winner? They're all drinking Zoa. I'm sitting here with the rabble. I'm 10 steps behind. I want to meet a Nobel Prize winner. You know, I want to meet Jay-Z. Jay-Z's drinking Zoa now. Obama. Zoa. uh, Me and my professors would regularly go drinking beer after school. I went to such a nerdy fucking tech school. I did not ever go to a bar with my professors. You want to know what I did? I would play Magic the Gathering with my professors. That's how nerdy. That's the kind of school I went to. Yo, that sounds so much less stressful than going to a bar. I mean, a bar doesn't have to be stressful. Think about it like this: everyone's getting shit faced at a bar. Why? Why? What? You know, what bar are you trying to meet? I played poker with my chemistry professor. Damn, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, when you go to college, that's when you realize that teachers are just people. That's like the first time in your life that you realize teachers are just people. You know, they're just I feel like up until high school, you're like, oh, teachers are weird and they're old. But then you realize, you know what hits extra hard? You know what hits you know what I just, like, alright. I don't know if this is like, okay, TMI is not the right word. Because this isn't TMI. But maybe this is like, I don't know. Maybe this is info that you guys ought to not give a shit about. Maybe I should keep it to myself. But yeah, fuck it. How many viewers do I have? I only got 84. All right, if I have 100, if I have less than 100 viewers, just keep this shit to yourself. All right, this is for the Baaulp elite. You guys are real Baaulp heads. You're not watching someone else. All right, you're not tuning. You're not, you know. You guys are actually here because you're real OG fans. You're not like, we got less than 100 viewers, so I'm okay. I've been looking at dating apps. All right, I'm human. Get at me. You do too. Um, and I'm like looking at people, and like I'm like, huh. A lot of these people are teachers, and it finally hit me that I am now as old. I was like, wait a minute. All these people are teachers. And then it dawned on me that I was like, wait a minute. The teachers that I had in school were only in their like mid to late 20s. And I was like, man, all these teachers, they don't understand. They're so old. But it's like none of them, like, I did have a few really old teachers. I mean, obviously, like, teaching is a job, so, you know, you're gonna have some old teachers, you're gonna have some middle-aged teachers. But, like, thinking about it now, like, thinking back to, like, especially high school, right? Thinking back to, like, especially high school, I was like, wait a minute. All my, like, a majority of my teachers, like, more than half of my teachers were like in their mid to late 20s, early 30s. Fuck. And I'm looking back now. It's like it's so funny because I'm looking back at it now, and it's like being an 18-year-old, you are so stupid and lame. There are no cool 18-year-olds in existence. You like can't be cool when you're 18. Not even if you're a celebrity. Like, not even if you're a celebrity, not even if you're a musician or an actor or a celebrity, you're still lame. You're still fucking lame. You're 18. You're an 18-year-old celebrity. Nah, fuck off. You're fucking lame. What do you do? What do you do? Ask your publicist if you can get into this. Ask your publicist if they can help you get into a bar without getting an Extron in your hand. Like, that's fucking lame. Fuck off, you know? You know? And it's like, it's so funny. Because, like, it finally dawned on me that my teachers were all probably cool people outside of the classroom. Now that I'm in my 30s, every time I see a teen trying to be cool, I'm like, okay, kid. Yeah, I know that. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I've told the story before. I've told the story before. But when I was in high school, I had a Latin teacher. Yes, I went to a fancy fucking... It was a public school, but it was a fucking fancy-ass school. And I hated that they forced me to take Latin, but made me take Latin. I had a Latin teacher. And then it turned out... I guess the students found out, because I guess, like, he got picked up by his wife one day, like, after school. Like, his wife picked him up from work. And his wife drove up in, like, a fucking Bugatti. And his wife was hot. And it was hilarious. I mean, I laughed at it even back then, because I guess I was a little more forward thinking. My mom just got me mozzarella sticks. Hell yeah. But I guess I already thought it was funny. Because I guess I was like a little more forward thinking than some of the idiots that I was going to school with. But, like, so many of the kids in the class, like, especially, like, the jockey types, you know what I mean? Like, especially, like, the jock type guys were like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Our Latin teacher is, like, this lanky white guy who's such a nerd. How does he have such a good car and a fucking hot wife? And it was like, what? Come on. Even I was like, dude, really? Like... It sounds like a bit from Doug. Honestly, not far off. Not far off from a fucking joke that they would have in Doug. I don't get it. Our teacher looks like a fucking nerd. But he's got a fucking smoking hot wife and he has a nice car. It doesn't add up. And now that I'm almost 30, it's like, okay, generically white, cis, straight, uh, generically hot, cis, straight, white guy with a degree, who's a teacher with a degree in Latin. Yeah, that guy's getting, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy's got the pick of the litter. Your teacher was Indiana Jones, by the way. Yeah, yeah, he was a average height, generic looking white guy with a degree in Latin, who was like, who was a teacher, went to a good school too. I think he went to Northwestern or something. Fucking has a Bugatti or some shit. It was like, it's so funny that those kids couldn't put two and two together. But those were also the same kids that thought it was a good idea to do dip. It's not just a southern thing, by the way. So many of these, so many kids from, so many of these kids, especially the ones from, like, Southie. I live in Boston, FYI. So many of these kids from Southie, they would do dip. It was fucking disgusting. So fucking disgusting. So gross. So fucking gross. Dip like chewing tobacco? Yeah. Yes. Probably because it was easy to get. but it was so fucking gross. And it doesn't make you look cool. It just is gross. It's nasty. It's fucking nasty. What is dip? It's chewing tobacco. Instead of smoking it like a civilized person, you take a wad of tobacco and you stick it in your lip. It's fucking gross. And you have to like spit out. It gets all nasty. I had a roommate who did that. It was gross and stained everything red. Ugh. 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 Alright. I want to take a quick break. So we're gonna roll ads for 3 minutes. Apologies. But I'm gonna go take a break. So BRB folks, stick around. More fun after this. That being said, don't stick around for the ads. Get up out of your chair, go get a glass of water, use the bathroom, something. You got 3 minutes. Take a break. I'll be back. Uh hmm. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna take my own advice. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Or I guess 2.5. Hey, I'm back. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you're still here. I was talking about dip and like the chewing tobacco. I don't want to talk about that again. That shit's gross. I don't like it. And so many kids in high school did that shit. Like the trashy kids. Trashy kids in high school love dip. It's funny because you don't see any adults in Boston doing dip. It's really just kids. It's trashy kids. It was when I was going to school. It was trashy kids from Southie. That was it. See here. Hey, yeah, I think it's time for the news. As in, you give me the news. What's good? So, I live under a rock. I sort of pay attention to news stuff, but I don't keep up to date with everything. You guys fill me in. Anything funny happened lately? What's going on in the world out there? It's crazy. What's happening? Fill me in. Pink sauce? I don't really know. I heard about that shit. I heard it looked like tubby custard. Pink sauce. Yeah, I'll talk about the pink sauce. I'll talk about the fucking pink sauce. I'll talk about the fucking pink sauce. So, I don't know all the details. But I have heard inklings about this stupid pink sauce. First things first. First things first, I've talked a lot about how I detest the hustle and grind mentality. I detest it. I hate it. I hate the hustle and grind mentality. I hate that rise and grind mentality. Because either you fall for dumb shit or you become a nefarious person that is trying to convince others of that mentality because I don't know, either you're also stupid, but you're trying to take advantage of people. I don't know. I've talked about it enough. Well, this is the end result of shit like that. Okay? This is the end result of shit like that. Food is not easy to make. I'm not talking about food you make at home. Whatever the fuck you eat at home, that's your deal. I'm talking about selling food. The moment you sell food to other people, that shit becomes a fucking nightmare. That shit becomes a fucking nightmare. I don't know how these independent companies, like these independent people or these independent companies are selling hot sauce because they must have to jump through so many fucking hoops or they have to be doing it under the radar or something because the moment you sell something that is meant to be eaten by another human being or even a pet, like you have to go through so many hoops and shit. It's crazy. So, this lady on is it Instagram or TikTok? The pink sauce person. I don't know. I mean, they're on social media, but was this TikTok? I'm assuming this is TikTok. This is TikTok? Yeah. So this lady on TikTok is like, yo, I'm making my own sauce. It's a pink sauce. It's pink. Pink is a cute color. I agree. I recently got a shirt that was pink. Well, pink-ish. Pinky purple-ish. Anyway, it's a cute color. And my sauce tastes so good. I'm going to put it on everything. And they make TikToks putting their nasty looking pink sauce that looks like Pepto-Bismol, Pepto-Bismol on everything and eating it. Now, of course, this is a ploy to market this. Um, this is a ploy to market this on TikTok. And of course, people go like, "Oh, I'll buy some pink sauce," and so people start sending out this pink sauce. I am not a journalist. I have not looked into this. I have not researched this. But here are some things that I have heard about this pink sauce. Number one, even in this person's TikToks, the hue of the sauce keeps changing. Okay? Not a good sign. Now, you could say that this is, because they're making the sauce, maybe they're experimenting, maybe they're changing up the recipe. Fine. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. That's reasonable, right? They're changing up the recipe. It's food. You change the recipe, it's gonna look different. I'm okay with that explanation. What I'm not okay with is the fact that on the back of the packaging, on the label, they have it's like fake nutritional info or something. Like they have like misspelled ingredients in their ingredients. I think someone asked if it was it was like 90 calories a serving. But then it says that the bottle has 444 servings or something. So she got like the measurements wrong. The ingredients listed in the ingredients list is like the things are misspelled. I think someone asked if it was mayo based, and they said no, it's not mayo based. But then it like is mayo based. And then someone asked if it had milk in it, and they said no, but the ingredients list says they have milk in it, or something like that. Like, they're just lying. And my favorite part about all this is this person. Okay, if you were selling bottles of sauce in plastic bottles, how would you package them? Yo, Bob, you down for a raid? I'm cool. Yeah. I'm talking about dumb shit today, Vectroid. Oh yeah. I'm going for a bit longer. Yeah. We really just started. All right. Anyway. Well, thank you, by the way. Most people don't ask. Thank you. But yeah. If yeah, all right. Let's say you made a condiment. You're selling a condiment and you're selling it in plastic bottles. How would you package it and ship it to your customers? The right answer is well. You would package it well. You would package it well. Um, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Right? And what this lady is doing is they're plastic bottles and they're packaging it like just in I think they're sending it out in like regular mail, no packaging, like in paper envelopes, no padding around the bottle, no refrigeration for a sauce that may or may not be mayo based, that may or may not contain milk. No refrigeration, no padding, nothing. And so it is just like people are getting like like people are getting like bottles of spoiled exploded bottles of basically bottles of spoiled and exploded mystery pink sauce. The bottles aren't sealed either, so they just leak everywhere. Yeah. This is the end result. This is the end result of rise and grind, of the rise and grind mentality, where people think that as long as they rise and grind, then they can get rich. The fact that like a number higher than 10 people ordered this from them is already bad. She hasn't described the taste one bit, I recall correctly. So like no one knows what to expect. I mean, that's just them being nefarious.
Stream rate.
Yo! What's good? Welcome.
Hallelujah.
Welcome, Raiders. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about dumb shit today. We're talking about dumb shit and dumb news. Two's company. Three's a crowd, but 163 people piling in from Vectroid stream. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry for the audio problems. Sorry. Apologies. But yeah. Yeah, welcome. Once a week here over on my channel. Over at twitch.tv /Baaulp. Who jumping on the bed? I don't know. But once a week here at twitch.tv /Baaulp, I do a stream where I do nothing. I do absolutely nothing. I turn everything on, I flick the switches, I hit the buttons, and I just sit here and I drink my coffee, which I already finished. So, this is a stream about nothing. This is a stream where I do nothing. And I guess I just chill and I talk. I started doing these streams because I had no good ideas, but then people started liking these streams, so I'm in it for the long haul now. But welcome! Just because this stream's about nothing doesn't mean it can't be fun and exciting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Normally I do these streams on Sundays, but I'm busy. So the Baaulp Sabbath stream is on a Friday instead. I got waffle BLTs and big waffle. Wait, what? I got waffle BLTs and big waffle with creams and also fries. Yo, that sounds fucking good. That sounds fucking great. I'm about to get a pizza earlier. Or sorry, my mind, time is warping in my mind. I'm gonna get a pizza tonight. I have decided my meal of choice. Look up Smackin' Waffle Sandwiches in Portland if you're curious. I will remember that name, and I will go there when I'm in the neighborhood. Thank you for the recommendation, Vectroid. You got good taste, so I trust you on this. What creams? Yeah, wait. Waffle? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, no, that's a waffle with cream. Okay, that makes sense. I thought the cream came with the chicken. Oh, man, chicken and waffles is such a decadent meal. I need some of that. Need some of that in my life. There is I think it's a chain. I don't think it's its own. I think it's a chain. There's a chain of Korean fried chicken places that are starting to get more popular here in the West. I know this because one opened up near me recently. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I guess we're talking about fried chicken right now, is their fried chicken is very good. It's like Korean style fried chicken, super crisp outside. Bonchon? No. But I'm glad you asked, because the name of the place is called Barbecue Chicken. And they don't serve barbecue chicken at all. It's it baffles me. I'm gonna look this up. It's called BBQ chicken, barbecue chicken. But they don't serve barbecue chicken. Yeah, I Google it, and Google is like, oh, do you mean barbecue chicken? Here's the Wikipedia page for barbecue chicken. But then on the side of Google, I also see, yes, barbecue chicken, the restaurant that serves fried chicken. So, and yes, they are a franchised restaurant. You can open up a barbecue chicken. I think this is yeah, it was founded in Korea in 1995, expanded to America in 2014. Their shit is good. A little expensive, but good. Actually very expensive, but very good. But yeah, it's not barbecue chicken. So I was very confused when I first saw that shit open. BB.Q Chicken in Chicago? Yeah, it's a franchise place. There's one here now. The Blue Lick Road of barbecue chicken restaurants. I mean, here's the thing. Their food isn't bad. Their food is great. But it ain't barbecue chicken. And it's the world's a mess. It's all a mess. The world is a mess. Bonchon is even more expensive. They're crazy. Bonchon is good, but they're really fucking crazy. Hey, I made a promise that I wouldn't talk about food so much on my stream because I'm really good at talking about food and I make people hungry. I'm sorry. Aww. I don't know why. Why do I have this? Why do I have these? Thank you for the 200 bits inverted arrow. They say today is the 1 year anniversary from when Mr. White broke into the wrong house. Oh, is it? I didn't notice. Well, happy 1 year anniversary of a fictional character going to jail. Icebreaker. Can you play the coin sound again? It is not just the coin sound. It is the sound of a whip hitting a coin and then the coin dropping to the floor. All right, I'll play it again. Why do I have that? I think I made that. That's two sounds that I put next to each other. I don't know what scenario that is. What scenario is that? When am I gonna whip a coin? That'd be a cool trick, but I can't. What is that? Icebreaker. I have 2 Mountain Dews. Which drink? Spark or Baja Mango Gem? I think the latter sounds really good. Baja and Mango and gems. I love gems. Gems are cool. I wish I had more gems in real life. Video games conditioned me into thinking that gems would be like this thing I would see a lot of, but I don't. So I would say go with the latter if you're gonna drink one of those 2. You know what's messed up? I've never had Baja Blast ever. Not at Taco Bell, not the individual bottles. I've never had Baja Blast. Because there's like no Taco... I don't know why. There's no Taco Bells in Boston. That's why. There was one... The only Taco Bell I've ever seen in Boston was one that was in a mall really far away from me. And then that place closed. Well, not the mall didn't close. I think the mall's actually doing okay. But they, like, the Taco Bell closed. And another restaurant replaced it. And that was years ago. So I legitimately don't... I'm going to look it up. I, like, don't know where the closest Taco Bell is in Boston. Taco Bell. Where's the closest Taco Bell?
Yummy.
Oh my god, the closest Taco Bell is still
Spending my
so
birthday
far away
afternoon with Baaulp and Baaulp chat is the best way to spend time. Here is a meatball lull.
Yo, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Inverted Arrow, thank you for the $5. Oh, that's you. Inverted Arrow, thank you for the $5. Today's your birthday? Damn. Happy birthday. Only happens once a year. Enjoy that shit. Happy birthday. All right. But yeah, I've never had Mountain Dew. Or no, I've had Mountain Dew. I've never had Baja Blast. And here's the thing. I have retrieved the coveted waffle foods. Thank you for your drink verdicts. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully I contributed to your meal. Hopefully I contributed to your meal well. But yeah. What am I? What am I doing? Hold on, we gotta reset. We gotta reset. I gotta whip these coins. I gotta whip these coins. Okay. Hey Mike, what's good? I hated soda growing up, but Baja Blast is good. You hated soda growing up? That's crazy. That's crazy. I know no one who hated soda growing up. I mean, maybe if it was like it was too sugary, I drank juice. Man, the first Coke. Oh, you didn't like the bubbles? That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. The first Coke I ever had was back when I was in China, and I could feel the capitalism sinking into my body. Yeah, my first Coke blew my mind in 2013. Whoa, you had your first Coca-Cola in 2013? That's crazy, Vectroid. Holy shit. That's crazy because it's like Coke is like one of the biggest companies on earth. They like latch their tendrils into like every fucking corner of this fucking globe. I'm just surprised that you like never had any until then, you know? Like not even on accident. I've had people hand me sodas before and go like, "Here, drink this," and I drink it. It's because my mom liked Diet Pepsi, and I just assumed that's what Coke was. Wow, damn. But just like how I'm so sensitive to sugar. Oh, okay. Yeah, sugar. I mean, yeah, sugar's not good for you. Refined sugar's not too good for you. I'm trying to cut back on that shit. The that sounds like a test and you failed. What does that mean? That was that. You drank random sodas strangers handed you? No, not strangers. I didn't say Did I say strangers? I don't know. But like, you know, like I would just go somewhere and like people would give me soda. The Pepsi challenge. We don't the Pepsi challenge is so fucking nefarious. I heard that the reason why they did the Pepsi challenge is because Pepsi is engineered to be sweeter when you first open the can or when you first have your first few sips and then it dulls. Like the drink just does that. But Coke is not as sweet but stays sweet throughout the entire time you're drinking it. Yeah, it's about upfront flavor, so that, you know, that's how they trick you. It's such a brilliant tobacco scam, yeah. My friend, Wayne was like, "Yo, Baaulp, yeah, they make a nitro infused, vanilla Pepsi soda now. I want to try it. I want to try that shit. Sounds like I might hate it, but I want to try it. Why not? Do not drink the nitro Pepsi? Oh shit. Why? Is it nitrogen or nitrous oxide? It tastes like flat Pepsi? See, people... Wait, Wayne, you say it tastes... Or not Wayne. Well, Mike, you said it tastes like a flat Pepsi. You want to know what I heard from Wayne? Wayne said that it tastes like... Wayne said that people say it tastes like a creamy, like a root, almost like a root beer float. Like it's creamy. So now I'm all divided. I don't know whether I should hate this product or like this product. I can't make good decisions for myself. Cream of Pepsi. Yeah. Maybe the vanilla one, but not the regular one. Oh, there's a regular one? Well, now I have to try both. You know, I'm not like the most gung-ho guy about our corporate overlords. But at some point in my life, I do want to visit the Coke Museum. I've heard that that place is just like a brainwashing facility. It sounds so fucking intense. You know what I mean? Like, apparently, you go in there and you walk out thinking, like, yeah, I could drink Coke instead of water from now on. That would be, I could do that. Like, I want to go back to that place at Disney World where they let you try all the fucked up sodas from around the world. I didn't know that. But yeah, like, I've heard people say that, like, you go to the Coke Museum and they make Coke look so good. And you walk out and it's like, yeah, water sucks. Coke is cool. I went to school with the kid of the dude that invented Sunkist. That's, you know, you're joking. That's crazy. Wasn't Sunkist invented by, like... Wait, hold on. I thought Sunkist was invented by, like, Germans. Isn't that a German soda? I heard Sunkist was crazy. Like, it was invented during, like, Nazi Germany because they couldn't get Coke anymore or something like that. No, that's Fanta? Oh, Fanta's the evil one. Okay. Alright, so Sunkist is like the good old American one. Damn, that's crazy. Did you get free? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Magnesium citrate in chat says they went to school with the kid that the kid of the dude that invented Sunkist. Did you get free Sunkist? Because if you didn't, because like if that guy's dad wasn't handing out Sunkist left and right, come on. Sometimes, yeah, at games. Okay, that's sick. Hell yeah. That's cool. If you invent a thing and you get rich off of a thing, if you don't hand it out left and right, you're an asshole. I think the best soda other than Coke might be Squirt. Hot take. Let's be adults here. Let's be adults here. Let's be adults. Alright? And let's be rational and forward thinking and clear headed about this. Do you like Squirt because it tastes good, or do you like Squirt because of the name? Be honest with yourself. Because even without the sexual connotation, the word squirt just sounds funny. You know? It's a fun word to say. It's the only truly fruity soda. I agree. Most fruit sodas are lemon and lime. Gotta go. Thanks for the great stream bump. No, thank you, Inverted Error. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the contributions to the stream. Thank you for the support. Much appreciated. Have a great birthday. I will say, most fruit sodas are like lemon and lime. And I'm sick of lemon and lime. Whereas Squirt does sound good. It's because I think, isn't Squirt like grapefruit and like something else? Grapefruit, yeah, that sounds way better than lemon and lime. In World War II, Germans would use Fanta to sweeten soups because sugar was rationed. That's crazy. Can you imagine if they did that in England? They would still be doing that. My girlfriend's favorite soda is Squirt. I get to make fun of her every day for it. Ha ha ha. Yo, Mike brought up Iron Brew. We did find a Iron Brew is a Iron Brew. Is it Irish or Scottish? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Iron Brew is a Scottish soda. It's neon orange. And it is and Wikipedia says it is described as Scotland's other national drink besides Scotch. Or no, not Scotch, whiskey. Oops. But yeah, there's a supermarket that actually sells Iron Brew. And I want to try it. Mike tried it and he said it tasted like bubblegum. I don't know if I'd hate or love that. Both good choices. The Scottish know how to drink.
Resubscriber.
Yo, thank you. Oh.
Iron Brew is of the devil.
Whoa, we got some Iron Brew haters in chat. Cat Girl President, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the 9 months of support. But they got some mean words to say about Iron Brew. Does China have its own sodas? No. Actually, maybe they do, but no one drinks them. China's crazy. So, my parents have access to Chinese television. They watch Chinese TV. Chinese TV means Chinese ads. And let me just say, China's economy is doing pretty well. And Chinese people are better consumers and better capitalists than we ever could be. The reason why I say that is everything you like, the Chinese love twice as more than you. They love McDonald's in China. They love Oreos in China. They love Coca-Cola and Pepsi. That shit is good. It's crazy because like a decade ago or two decades ago, I would watch Chinese TV and you know, it's typical Chinese ads for things. But now, like as of late, me and my parents watch, or my parents, I hear it in the background, and I see my parents watching Chinese TV, and like there's so many ads for soda and like Oreos, and it's like damn, this looks like American TV. Well, okay, there's one difference. American TV, American ads rely way more on good vibes. Chinese ads for things like soda and McDonald's and Oreos rely so much more on having a good time, right? Your American ad for Oreos will be like, "Oh, don't you remember?" They'll be like, "Oh, remember when we used to have cookies and milk and Oreos with you and your parents? Remember that? Remember how good that feels? Well, you can still do that. Oreos are your memories now. Eat more Oreos. It'll be an ad like that. And the Chinese Oreo ad will be like, "Woo! Let's party! Oreos taste so good! Look! What'd you bring to the party? Oreos!" And then people start dancing in the street and they start dunking Oreos in milk and eating them. And it's like, it makes Oreos look like as good as Poppers. you know. You know. I think that's the difference between ads in China and ads in America in the West. They also did a thing that I need to ask someone who's lived in China recently, because it looks so weird, and I don't know if they did it in the ad because it's an ad and they want to trick people into eating more Oreos, or if Chinese people actually do this. What they had in the ad, if you have recently been in China, or maybe not even recently, but if you know whether or not they do this, I would love to know, because the last time I am Chinese, but I immigrated to America back in 1998. I've traveled back a few times, but not within the last few years. I want to know if people actually do this in the ad. So Oreos and milk, we know we know about this, right? Cookies and milk is a thing people do. They had Oreos. So they had a skewer, a skewer that you would use for meat, or a wooden skewer. They would, in the ad, they had Oreos stuck through the skewer, through the cream, between the cookies. So you had an Oreo skewer, and then in the middle of the table, like a dinner table, they had a thing of warmed up milk, like in like a saucepan. Like they warmed up milk. They dunked their Oreo kebab in the warm milk and ate it. And is like, is that how they're selling Oreos in China? Do people do that? Because to be honest, cookies and warm milk. That's just cookies and warm milk. That's just cookies and warm milk, right? That's not new. That's not new. People do that here. But they morphed it into like a party thing. You know? Like, if you're hanging out with some friends, go warm up some milk in a saucepan, go stick a few Oreos on a skewer, prepare a plate of Oreo skewers, and after your friends have some pizza and some beer, have some Oreos and milk. It was so weird. It was so weird because Oreos and milk, whatever. But that was so weird. I want to know if people in China actually do that, or if they just eat cookies and milk like normal. Like, I've never seen that. Gotta warm up that milk so everyone can get to sleep early for church. Shared pool of warm milk. I mean, it looked like a hot pot kind of thing. It looked like it didn't seem weird to me. It just reminded me of like hot pot. But it was so weird. I want to know if that's the thing people do. My only proper first-hand exposure to Chinese TV currently is via Brothers Baseball, and I feel like every other ad on there is for soda. Oh yeah, there's so many ads for soda. I recently read that. So, Chinese parents, I guess Asian parents love to spoil. Okay, Chinese parents love to spoil their kids, especially because they love their kids. I mean, every parent should love their kids, but now that China's economy is doing really well, people's diets haven't caught up, and I I've been hearing and seeing that like China is falling into the same trick that America fell into, where America's economy gets really good and then people start eating like shit, and kids get obese. Hopefully that's not the case, but considering how rampant soda ads are on Chinese television, that might be the case. I remember as a kid, I would separate the Oreo cookies and make a ball out of the stuffing. Yeah, I would make a big giant Oreo stack. Hey, fuck Oreos. They're not paying me shit. I gotta stop talking about them. Trog always is like, you gotta shut up about. They're not paying us. Shut up. I should rep. Yeah, fuck Oreos. They're not paying me. I should rep Hydrox instead. Hydrox. I love Hydrox. Baaulp, I can't help but believe you because you were born in China, but sometimes you make claims about China that seem wrong. I am like I said, I have access to Chinese television, and these are ads I see on Chinese television. This is a thing that they're. If people aren't doing this, this is at least a trend that they're trying to start to get people to eat more Oreos. This is Oreos on collective, Chinese collectivism. Western independence Oreos, where you dip them one by one into a glass of milk by hand, or do you dip Oreos in the communal saucepan of warm milk with your friends and family? That's the difference between our two cultures. Do Chinese know about the Amish? Probably not. They would think the Chinese would probably think the Amish are quaint and weird. And but oh wait, if no correct okay no the correction or correction. I don't know if the Chinese know about the Amish, but if they did, they would love the Amish because I've heard the Amish have good buffets. I heard that the Amish operate really bomb-ass buffets. Like if you go to an Amish area, they'll usually have like really good. I don't know why, but they will have good buffets. And the Chinese love buffets. I love buffets, but I haven't gone to one in a while. Hi, Baaulp. I hope this isn't an inappropriate question for a random lurker to ask, but what, if you do, dialect of Chinese do you speak? I ask as in, unfortunately, English monolingual overseas Chinese. I speak Cantonese. So I'm from southern China, and there are a lot of Cantonese speakers there. And I'm one of them. But on top of that, me and my family speak a even more specific dialect of Chinese. We speak Toishanese. Hoi san wa. So we speak Cantonese, but a lot of not English. A lot of Chinese communities overseas will speak Cantonese, especially in the West. But on top of that, we speak our super hyper specific regional dialect of Toishanese. Well, my dad speaks Cantonese, but I don't know any at all. I've thought about I speak Cantonese, but I'm illiterate. Like I don't know how to read or write Chinese, and I've thought about learning it. I've thought about learning how to read and write Chinese because it's a good skill to have. So you're not fully alone. This is just immigrant experience. This is just what it's like to be an immigrant. Happens to all of us, not just Chinese people too. I've met so many people who are immigrants or first generation immigrants that don't know the language from where they're from. I don't know whether to learn Mandarin or Cantonese. Mandarin would have more benefit because let's say you were to travel to China, most people would speak Mandarin. Mandarin is like the official dialect. But you would visit, right? You aren't living in China. And like I said, most Chinese communities outside of China, especially in the West, speak Cantonese. So you would definitely get a lot of use out of it, and you would definitely have a lot of people to talk to. And I don't know, if I were you, because if I were you, I would learn Cantonese. Because if you can learn Mandarin, you go back to China, and that'd be cool. You know your way around. You can speak Mandarin, but if you learn Cantonese, you could speak to your dad. I think that'd be more impactful, wouldn't it? And you live outside of China, right? You said that, so odds are if there is a Chinatown near you or something, odds are most of they'll all be speaking Cantonese. What? Sorry. Someone said something hilarious. Hold on. Where is this? Let's see. My grandma had a skeleton for model drawing, and they pointed at it and said, "What is that?" And when she told them, they were like inside me. What is that? Hold on. Oh. Some FLDS. Oh god. Some FLDS guys who were selling her cable and they didn't know what a skeleton was. That's fucking crazy. How do you live your life not knowing? Oh god, that's crazy. They didn't know what a skeleton was? That is like such basic information. That's crazy. It's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. They don't know that they didn't know that. Hey, if you're raised in a desert only being taught the Book of Mormon, yeah. They don't know shit. My parents are almost like that, to be honest. My parents grew up very impoverished during a very rough time in history. Hey, we got sidetracked like hardcore, but does anyone aside from dumb pink sauce news, does anyone have any news for me? Like the other way around? Anyone have anything interesting? Anything interesting happen in late? I had my first rage breakdown with Tekken today. Huge losing streak. Oh shit. Vince McMahon finally retired and it sounds like shit's gonna hit the fan, but that's probably not important to this chat. I heard about that. I'm not the biggest wrestling fan, so I don't know how that's gonna impact the company, but Vince McMahon is a shithead. To the nth degree, so hopefully it means that things will get better. I don't know. I got COVID for the first time. Oh, that fucking sucks, Miles McSmiles. I'm so sorry about that. Did he get his egg back? I know I don't watch wrestling anymore, but I know that. He should get that egg is WWE property. He can't have that. Fuck his egg. But yeah, Miles McSmiles, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry you caught COVID. Hey, someone actually did bring up something I do want to talk about though. Rage breakdown. Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry you got angry at Tekken. Fighting games, competitive games are stressful. Don't let it get to you. Take a break. Seriously. It will ruin you, and it will ruin your enjoyment of the game if you get angry. Don't get angry. When is Tekken 8, huh? You know, they might honestly announce it at EVO. EVO is happening next week? No, in 2 weeks. Which, by the way, if anyone has any information about who I need to contact to get permission to restream, I would love that. Because I sent an email to EVO support. Like Evo, the company, I sent an email to the support email because I don't know where else to send it. Everything else is like for media inquiries. Like if you're at the event, like every other thing I looked at is like, okay, if you're going to the event, this is an email that you can ask about information. But it's like, oh, I'm not going to the event, but I would love to restream a dope fighting game tournament, you know? So I don't know. Maybe they'll respond to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just too early. I sent the email in like last week. So the event was, it's still 2 weeks away. Is restreaming not a media inquiry? I mean, the media inquiries they're talking about would be like if you're at the event, like if you want to do coverage of the event. I don't know. Maybe I should send an email to their media inquiry. I'll do that at some point later if I get no response. If I don't get a response in one more, yeah, I'll send an email there. Uh, but yeah, maybe restreaming is. Maybe you're right. Maybe restreaming is a media inquiry, and I'll uh, I'll send that. I gotta look it up. I could. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because it is. I don't want to do this because it's like it. I always think like, oh, it's a bad look and you're bugging people. But I could also reach out to someone on Twitter. So actually, I might get a better response if I reach out to someone on Twitter. Hopefully I'm not rude. Oh, in other fighting game news, did anything going on with Street Fighter? They're releasing more music from the game. That's really it. The music sounds cool. That's good. The music don't sound bad. The music don't sound bad. Is there a release date for Street Fighter 6 yet? I think like late next year. Late next year, I think. Definitely not. Definitely not soon. So, yo, hello.
Baaulp.
What am I? Did I lie?
I don't know. What did you say?
Street Fighter 6. When is it coming out?
Next year.
Okay, so I was right. Hey, listen, Log, you came at a bad time because I'm about to take a break and I'm about to run ads. Folks, we live in a corporate hellhole, and this month, for the month of July, I need to torture you and I need to torture myself by running 3 minutes of ads every hour, because they're going to give me so much money that I, as a poor person, cannot afford to say no. So don't take this sitting down. Don't look at the ads. All right, get up out of your chair. Go get a glass of water. Go take a break. Is that incentive on top of the normal revenue? Yes, and I hate it. I hate that they forced me. I hate that they forced me to do this. I'll be back. Sorry, Chad. I'm reading something. Sorry, Chad. I'm looking at something. Hello, we're back. Hey, Log.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry I'm running ads. I am a poor person, and Twitch is weird. And the reason why I'm running ads this month is because the ad incentive was so high that as a poor person, I can't afford to not say yes, basically. Because in May, they put me on the front page of Twitch. So that bumped my numbers up. And they calculate the ad incentive based off of your metrics. But because they put me on the front page, they're like, hey, your numbers were really good. Here's a lot of money for your ad incentive. And it's like, wow, this is like almost a month of rent. I have to take this. It's so weird how much all of the other numbers randomly dipped right as that stuff showed up. I don't know if that's just me being in a slump. I've been kind of burrowed in, so I can imagine my numbers might drop. Yeah, streaming is very momentum based, I've realized. So I think because I remember you said because I remember you got sick, right? So if you got sick and you haven't been streaming for a while, you kind of like need to build back momentum again, and then people come back and then they sub to you again. So that might explain it. Me personally, I didn't see a slump in my like revenue or numbers ever since the ad incentive. I'm not afraid to talk about this on stream. I didn't notice a slump I didn't notice like a dip in my revenue. Like, it's not like they're taking money out of my check every month and then like asking me to run ads if I want that money back. No, that's not that's not happening at all. The incentive money is bonus money. Normally, and for my friends as well, normally, even people who get good numbers, like I'll have friends who get good numbers, like 4-digit view counts, like 3-digit view counts, hundreds of viewers, and the incentive is still so low. Because earlier I said like, oh, they'll give like $40 to run 4 minutes of ads for the whole month. I'm not talking about $40 like every stream. I mean like $40 total for the whole month if they show 4 minutes of ads an hour. And it's like, that's terrible. Like, why would you? Like, you're gonna inconvenience hundreds of people for $40? You know, it's really, I think it's really weird because it's really obvious what they're doing. Nah, don't be. They're intentionally being vague about it. I don't. Yeah, info is scarce. They are also being a little vague about it, and it is a little confusing. It was confusing to me at first. What Twitch is doing is really dumb, in my opinion. Because what they're doing is they're A/B testing. They're A/B testing with how much money can they offer streamers to take this incentive, right? Because obviously Twitch is a business, so it's like they want to give this incentive so that streamers do that, run ads like I'm doing this month. How much money does it take for people to run ads? So they're doing A/B testing, but it's like, in my opinion, that sucks. Why are they A/B testing with money? You know, it's just so unfair and it's so dumb. And it's like, can you just just give people a good amount of money to run ads. You want people to run the ads? Fine. Give people money. $40 a month is not enough. You know? Like, you don't need to do A/B testing to figure out that $40 a month to inconvenience your streams for the whole month is like nothing. No one's gonna take that. Yeah, they are absolutely trying to see how little of an amount they can get away with giving for the incentive. It's dumb. And yeah, Vectroid, don't feel bad about being concerned because it is vague. They are intentionally obfuscating. Like, thankfully they're being a little bit more, they promise to make it better, whatever that means. And they've also promised to be more transparent about it, but it is like, looking at it at first glance, you will still be confused and like, yeah, you can't. I got worried too. I got confused too. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that's the other thing I want. That's the other thing that I mentioned just now. Streaming is very momentum based. If you guys want to know how the sausage is made, streaming is like momentum based. If you stop streaming for a while, your numbers will go down because like people kind of just like forget that you streamed, and then if you get back on the horse and you stream more, then those people come back, or at the very least, new people take their place, and then it just it just happens. No, it is bizarre. We are no Vectroid. Don't worry about it. You are not alone. I think literally everyone who streams that isn't like, I think every streamer who doesn't have a 5-digit view count is worried about like how much money they're getting from streaming. You're not alone. I have the same fears. Wayne has the same fears. Scorpio has the same fears. I think that is an intentional product of the system. I think we're living in very unprecedented times where all sorts of people are trying out weird shit with what work will be in the future, and we're just the guinea pigs for it.
Maybe work is creating pink sauce.
Yeah, maybe in 20 years streaming will go belly up and I'll work at the pink sauce factory. And I'll be printing labels that say Malk on them.
Your job is looking the mail envelopes that the pink sauce goes.
I'm developing cancer from the residual pink sauce. I want to know what's in that pink sauce, but I don't want to try it. There's a riot at the pink sauce factory. They're destroying everything. Honestly, my theory, it's mayo with red food coloring. That's gotta be it. Got pink lung. Yeah, I got pink lung from Big Pink. We talking about the pink sauce again? Yeah, because the last topic got a little depressing. Well, not depressing, just like, I don't want to talk about it. Today's sort of my day off, sorta, kinda. Log, what's good? What's going on with you? You got any stupid news?
Oh, I think I saw something good.
Uh-huh.
They posted an image of Sauron from the new Lord of the Rings show. Have you seen him?
No.
All right. Here he is.
Alright, let me see. Let me put this on stream for people. What the fuck? Scorpy said Eminem. Hold on. Alright, Scorpy said Eminem.
Yeah, it's Slim Shady. It's Eminem when he was just starting out.
Why does he look like this? Is this CGI? Like, did they... What?
But anyways, I thought that was pretty funny.
Alright, chat. Breaking news. Check it out. We got a glimpse of Sauron in the new was it Netflix or Amazon?
I don't fucking care.
Alright, whatever. We got exclusive look at what Sauron is gonna look like in the new Lord of the Rings prequel. Check it out.
And I could talk about Magic the Gathering. Would you like that?
Why not? Why not? It's my stream.
Um,
People are at my mercy.
so this art book, this Magic the Gathering art book got posted on Amazon, got an Amazon listing. It was supposed to come out in December. But I don't know why this is. I don't know if this is like a common thing for like art books and stuff. The previews, you know the preview images for Amazon products.
Mm-hmm.
The previews are just the pages of the book. And they're like in a resolution where you can just read all the text on the page and see all the images and stuff. And it basically like is just like it just like has the story for the next 2 or 3 sets in it.
Wow, they fucked up. They fucked up.
So like yeah, like they just posted like the very first initial previews for Dominaria United yesterday. And you know they're keeping it under wraps. They're keeping it pretty light. It's like, oh, here's a planeswalker, it's Jaya. You remember Jaya?
Yeah.
You want me to go into like what happens?
I don't think my audience would care, but that is very funny. So can they? This is Amazon's fault, but Amazon is such a big company. Can Hasbro do anything about that?
I don't know. And the preview, there's like 12 preview images. You can practically just read the damn book in the preview.
That's funny. That's really funny. Well, that's funny. Hasbro is a big company. Wizards of the Coast is such a big part of Hasbro's revenue. I heard something like crazy like Wizards of the Coast is like 80% of. So Wizards of the Coast, like they do like Dungeons and Dragons and a few other things. And Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering alone is like 80% of their revenue, and like very quickly, like Wizards of the Coast is like Hasbro's main breadwinner.
Yeah, I mean that. They prop that shit up. Like what else? Hasbro outside of that has stuff that hasn't been relevant in forever. They have like G.I. Joe.
They got My Little Pony.
They have My Little Pony, and when's the last time you've seen a My Little Pony thing?
Honestly,
they brought that back and it got popular. And it's like, all right, well, let's use this money to make a G.I. Joe movie or some shit. And naturally, you know, that fails. And so now they have neither My Little Pony or G.I. Joe.
I heard, I don't know if this is a rumor or a funny joke or what, but I heard, I mean, they don't own it anymore. But is it true that at some point, through like some process, because they were just buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff, that Hasbro owned Death Row Records? Can anyone in chat? I remember seeing something about that. For like a month, they owned Death Row Records. That sounds true. Like they just like, you know, like they bought out some company. On August 23rd, 2019, American toy company Hasbro announced a $4 billion purchase of E1, making them the owners of Death Row Records. Whoa! In April 2021, Hasbro and Entertainment One announced it would sell off E1 Music to the Blackstone Group. The acquisition was completed in June 2021. Okay. Yeah, so for a year, Hasbro owned Death Row Records. That's so fucking crazy. They should have capitalized on it. They should have capitalized on that opportunity and made like a t-shirt with like a My Little Pony getting like electrocuted with a bag over their head or something. Those brony nerds would eat that shit up.
Yeah, I think that Hasbro has like the poison touch.
Why? Wait, but they're making money.
I think like as soon as they make a toy of something, that's like whenever it goes to die.
Well, I mean,
it gets poisoned.
I mean, I mean, Wizards, as long as Wizards makes money, Hasbro would be fine. That's their big that's their breadwinner now. Gin and Juice hit clips. I am part of the hit clips generation. When I was a kid, I mean, I was a poor kid, so I didn't have hit clips. But kids at school would have hit clips, and they would prance around the jungle gym with their hit clips. And I was jealous because I didn't have no in-sync hit clip. Yeah, Vectroid, you're like me. You didn't have no, you know. I wanted so badly, same. You know that feel. And people had them on keychains, right? Because people had them on keychains. You had hit clips on keychains.
Yeah, I'm just like reading the Wikipedia page. In May of 2018, Hasbro purchased Power Rangers for $522 million. In October 2018, they announced plans to cut jobs amounting to less than 10% of its global workforce.
Damn.
Like they spend their magic money on all sorts of shit that was hype in the 90s and the 80s.
And it doesn't work out for them? That's funny. Yeah, Hasbro doesn't seem like the best company. But hey, whatever. Yeah, I would love a shirt with Jace Bellerin getting electrocuted on it. They had 1 year to pump out like as much Magic the Gathering x Death Row Records merch as they could. I would love a shirt with Jace Bellerin in that electric chair getting that shirt would have been fucking dope. Tell me that shirt would have been dope. Magic nerds love shit.
Those kinds of the shirts are usually so lame because it's just got like a mana symbol on it or whatever.
They announced a Gundam manga where the Gundam RX-78 being crucified in chains apparently as a martyr for peace in a future society called Gundorado. Hey, that sounds cool. That sounds great. I love it when the Japanese just take languages that aren't Japanese and just do whatever the fuck they want with it. Honestly, it reminds me of Moopy. It's great. Moopy is French, but they have such a masterful control over the English language. Something that I can only dream about matching in terms of skill. Naming something Gundorado is fucking dope, though. Oh yeah, we can hold on. We can watch this. Where's this? We'll watch this video. I've already watched this video, but I don't mind watching it with you guys. Why not? We'll do some generic content creator react content. How about it?
Okay, we're doing it. Hit clips, possibly the worst music format in the world ever. Let's take a look.
Hit it! Coming at you right between the ears is hit clips. Hit clips is a
When the fuck were these in circulation?
Always something new.
What?
New
What are you talking about?
The newest music.
Plus with the micro boombox.
You don't know about hit clips?
No.
You don't know? He's just playing the ads. You don't know about hit clips? Well, here, good thing we're watching this video.
Anyone who doesn't remember hit clips like myself, or just didn't notice them when they first came out at least, well, they're a range of music cards.
Yeah, every kid at school had the tiny boombox.
Tweens. These were quite popular for a while, between the year of about 2000 and 2004. The music cards, those cost around about $3.99 in the US, and these are edited down versions of
these are so
singles.
shitty.
They tend to be about a minute or so in length, a little bit longer in most cases. It would have made a lot more sense, looking at it logically, for someone to buy a portable CD player and just buy CDs from the store. You could get CD singles cheaper than these. You could get an album for not so much more in many cases, I'd imagine, even back in the year 2000.
They had this, but for TV shows, and I wanted that. I think you're thinking of... I think you were thinking of... Were you thinking of the thing for the Game Boy? Like the cartridges that had an episode of SpongeBob on them?
Well, those had full episodes.
A thing that kids took to school, and there's a lot of people watching this video, no doubt, who will look back on these very fondly. I'll say I don't really have much of a memory of them, but
I don't know a single person who had one of these.
Getting the $6 Million Man to ride down the stairs on even.
Hold on. Vectroid in chat says, if you look at this video out of the corner of your eye, there's a 100% chance he will look identical to Anthony Fantano. Sorry, Tech Moans. Damn, all bald people look the same, huh?
Evil stunt bike. That probably won't make too much sense to people who remember these. Kids have a different opinion on toys than adults do. Toys aren't supposed to make sense to adults, they make sense to children. And if you get a toy that hits the right market at the right time, you can make a heck of a lot of money on them, albeit for quite a brief period of time. Anyway, let's have a look at my collection, or selection I should say, of hit clips and hit clips
Video Now. Oh yeah, those are also shitty. I remember that.
So starting off by looking at an unopened clip, you can see that this one comes from Target Electronics UK Limited, but you can also see from the various languages on here that this would have been sold across Europe in this same packaging. They're quite clear about the fact it does not contain the full song, but they come at this from the much more positive approach of stating that this is a special 1-minute micro mix. It mentions that this music clip works with all Hit Clips players, of which there were many. You can see on the back there's an emphasis on collecting. Generally, kids love collecting things, and Hit Clips were all about parting those children from their pocket money. I bought my unboxed Hit Clips from someone in the US via eBay, and it does seem like selling Hit Clips to the rest of the world was a bit of an afterthought when you look through the 80 or so titles that came out on this.
Yo.
Many of these artists and songs would have been far more familiar
Aaron
to
Carter.
children
Oh my god, Aaron Carter had so many hit clips.
UK. The music cards are held on a keyring that has artwork on one side which is protected behind a plastic cover, whilst on the reverse there's an exposed section of the circuit, and that connects with contacts inside the players. In my bundle, I got this Earpiece Player, which is presumably supposed to look like the Bluetooth earpieces that some adults would be wearing at the time. It's powered by a couple of button cells. There's a 2-position volume slider and a play button, and there's also a fake button which helps complete that fashionable 10-year-old taxi driver look. I've also got a new player. This one's still in its packaging, so let's rectify that issue. This one came from the UK. It's designed to look like a necklace, and it comes with a 1-minute 14-second mix of Hero by Enrique Iglesias. It's been held inside that packaging for almost 20 years, so I'm slightly impressed that it plays straight away, but I only say slightly because if you've never heard a hit clip before, well, I don't know what bitrate they use for the digital audio, but it's somewhere between 0 and not enough. Have a listen. Just a tiny snippet of music for the moment. There'll be more coming along later on in the video.
Yeah, that's what they all sound like.
Oh, you're rejoining me while I was listening to Hilary Duff. Of course I'm not. That's a lie. It's not even switched on. It'd be annoying, wouldn't it? But that brings me on to the point of whether or not you should believe things that you're told on face value, especially when it comes to hit clips, for example. Because I was doing a bit of research online. I don't remember hit clips, so I wanted to get some basic facts and figures. When did it come out? How much did they cost? All that kind of stuff. Things that I could then include in the video to put things into context. Well, I was doing all that, and I kept seeing the same bits of information repeated over and over again. And I could have just repeated those back to you from what I'd read, but I did a bit more research and found that most of that stuff was completely wrong. For example, you'll see things saying that hit clips came out in 1999. They didn't. I'll go on to correcting these facts in a minute. You'll also see that Hit Clips started off as a toy in McDonald's Happy Meals, but they were so successful they were spun off into their own
That's
separate
not true.
products.
I don't remember
That's
that.
Not true either. I mean, it doesn't make
People are
much
just
sense when you think
saying
about
shit.
it. And then the third thing that you'll see this bouncing around a lot. There's a figure of $80 million. They made $80 million on Hit Clips in the first year. You'll see, it's all wrong. So let's go into some of those facts and figures and finally put some of them to rest, because some have ended up on Wikipedia. People are copying them all over the place. Let's nail it down to the truth behind Hit Clips.
Hit Clips.
The reason that the launch date is important is because if Hit Clips had come out as had been widely circulated in 1999, that would put these things down as quite an early pioneer in the field of digital
only good McDonald's
players.
promo was that
because
time
the
they
first
did
portable
Ichiro
MP3
comic
playing
books.
devices
What was
only
that?
came out in 1998.
that.
The MP Man, I think it was, from a Korean company. Got one of those somewhere. I'll show you one day. But yeah, so if they come out in 1999, that's just a year after the first possible MP3 players. The reality is, though, that the launch date for Hit Clips was August 2000, which is a lot less exciting because by the time August 2000 rolled around, there were loads of different MP3 players on the market. So it's not really some kind of groundbreaking trailblazer that you might first think if you'd have believed that 1999 date. So yes, that's the first fact. Hit Clips came out in the US in August 2000. Now, if you're thinking citation needed, first thing, well, just flip over a Hit Clip. Copyright 2000. There you go, 1999 debunked straight away. But let's narrow down that date a bit further. This is the September 2000 issue of Popular Science.
Hit Clips in the year 2000. That sounds right.
Magazine. This will have been on store shelves perhaps late
from
July,
kindergarten,
maybe early August 2000.
You know, I'm old enough now that I only have a few memories from kindergarten. I remember Hit Clips. I remember using Ask Jeeves in the computer lab. I remember 9/11.
At what's new that month. And there you go, it's Hit Clips. And just to quote the article, it says Britney Spears will be among the first artists to release Hit Clips
and I remember,
songs. So I remember getting around about August 2000. But to finally pin that date down to the exact month, in this issue of the music industry publication Billboard from 2002,
we had
there's an
Freezy
article
Pops
about
every once in a
licensing
while.
music. And over on the right, when talking about Hit Clips, it mentions how many units have been sold since the August 2000 launch. So there you go. Case closed, launched in August 2000, next.
Hit Clips.
Now the next one, it's a little bit more subtle. Hit Clips did not start off as a McDonald's toy that became so successful they ended up being their own product line. I mean, that's ridiculous if you think of all the agreements that Tiger Electronics would have to put together to get the music labels on board, all the different artists signing up and producing all these electronic devices just for a McDonald's Happy Meal that would be on sale for a month or two.
I tell this story a lot, but my parents bought me Train Simulator to help me cope with the tragedy of 9/11, the day of the incident. Wow, that's a great story. My parents got me pizza.
No,
I don't think I got any toys.
That Tiger had this new product. They were showing it at the toy fairs, and when they launched it, they had a tie-in with McDonald's to help promote it. So you could go in.
I think like I don't know why, but my parents specifically really wanted pizza that day. So we got pizza that day.
McDonald's and buy your Hit Clips player and your Hit Clips cartridges there. But you could also pop down the road if you wanted and get them at Toys R Us. It was just one of the places that you could buy it from. I just want to add something in here though, because this advert mentions Hit Clips premiering at McDonald's, so it's possible the tie-in involved a brief window of exclusivity, which would explain the confusion about this being a McDonald's toy that became a breakout success. But whatever that promotional tie-in involved, this was always a product in its own right. It was just one that was initially promoted at McDonald's.
Hit Clips.
Now, the $80 million figure, this one's quite good fun to look into because you can see a fact being created out of thin air and then that getting repeated and then misrepeated. So we'll start at the far end. So we're a long way away from the truth. This one that says Tiger earned $80 million from sales of Hit Clips in 1999, which is pretty good.
Domino's was delivering plenty of pizzas on that fateful day, but as for Smiles,
So
it was a little more difficult for them to deliver those on that fateful day.
This Stereophile article from May 2002. So that day, well, they're probably talking about a year and a half's worth of sales.
Just frowning while I stuff my fucking face. You just summed up the last 30 years of America. 40. You summed up the last 40 years of America. I heard the same thing happen during the OJ chase. During the OJ chase, I heard that, like pizza companies had record sales
at that point rather than just a year, and is stating that Tiger had sold 20 million hit clips and worked out that at $3.99 a piece that was almost 80 million US dollars. So that's where the 80 million figures come from, total sales, not profit. We don't know how much money Tiger made on each of those $4 cartridges. It's going to be considerably less than the $4 that Toys R Us would be selling them at. There's a lot of people take their cut out of that $4. But even if we just take it as 80 million in sales, well, that number's flawed too, because you can see from this Billboard article from the same time, it states that the mini music players and individual singles have made up sales of 20 million. So that number isn't just made up of singles, it's the players as well. So you can't just multiply 20 million by the cost of the singles.
I wonder how much Tiger Woods is making off these fucking things.
Sales. The truth is, no one outside Tiger knows how much they made on hit clips. It was clearly a very successful product, but that $80 million number, it's just
why do you think the guy's loaded? Why do you think he has time to just golf all day?
You can almost guarantee he's got nothing at all to do with the real one. Yeah, so that just shows you really can't believe everything you read on the internet. Bit of a shocker, that, isn't it? Anyway, let's get back to the tech. Let me show you this Hit Clips downloader. With this gadget, you can record sounds and music off the web to play back over and over. It comes with a recordable hit clip that can hold 2
nice! You can have a hit clip.
Whilst the Yahoo branding and the name downloader,
you can have a.
Assume this is some way to
listen. Nostalgia has a, I miss the old Yahoo logo so much. That, like, corporate logos now look so ugly and sterile. I miss the way the old Yahoo logo looked.
Perhaps copy MP3 files across to a hit clip. It's far less complicated than that. The instructions mention you can record sounds and music right off your computer and the internet without any special software or use of a COM port. And the reason for that is because it's really just a digital audio recorder. It records the audio received over a standard 3.5mm.
I love the idea of a kid loading up like the South Park theme onto their fucking hit clip.
Line input. There's an audio pass-through socket, a record and a stop button, and a recording indicator light. There's a built-in speaker with no volume control and a belt clip, and there's a play button. The special recording cartridge can be removed, and then this device is capable of playing any normal hit clip at an annoyingly loud volume. But in addition to that, if you just remove the dock underneath, you can plug in headphones. So finally, you get to hear a direct feed of the audio from a hit clip. 2 things to mention here first, though. I'm going to have to mix the clips up to try and fly under the radar of Content Match. And second, yeah, it really does sound this bad. Here you go.
Oh my god. Yeah, these sounded like shit. Kids were happy to have this. They gave you earbuds for this? Yes. You can plug this straight into your fucking ears.
Not a piece of hi-fi equipment, but flipping heck. But anyway, to wrap this section up, here's one I made earlier. Now, hit clips wasn't just about collecting the little micro music clips. There was a whole selection of players that you could use them on, and there was even an alarm clock. There was all sorts of things. But this is particularly odd, in my opinion, because it's a product that pretty much cannibalizes your whole product range. I mean, once you've got one of these, you don't need to go buying your pre-recorded hit clips anymore for $3.99. You can just record onto this from a cassette, from a CD, or even the radio. Perhaps the existence of this was one of the reasons that they decided to relaunch hit clips in 2003 as an incompatible format called Hit Clips Discs. Let's take a look at them. The main selling point of the disc was that they now contained up to twice the music of the originals. Yeah, thanks for your generosity. That's almost 2 minutes or so. It seems like it was too little too late. The world had moved on by this point. I don't think the disc was sold outside the US, and the catalogue of titles, well, they're all there.
I don't remember. Okay. I remember hit clips. I do not remember this. I don't remember any.
It wasn't hot anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't hot anymore.
The discs were
no one had
around
these
for a year or so.
No kid
had
installed
in a spring-loaded keyring holder, and as you can see with this one, if we flip it over, on the back there's a copyright date of 2003. Here's all the discs that came in my bundle. There's a duplicate in here as well. It doesn't seem like they got as creative with the design of the players for the discs either. This one totally hides the disc when it's being played. But it's the same system as before. You've got a play button and a single earpiece. There really seems to be little reason for this product existing other than, of course, trying to make Tiger some money. The longer play time, it's an artificial limitation on both those original cards and on these newer discs anyway. I mean, this Hilary Duff song, that's available on both versions of Hit Clips. It's the remix on the card and the original version on the disc, but playing both at the same time, one in either ear, the card version, well, that plays for just over a minute 4 seconds, whereas the disc, well, that carries on to play for about a minute and a half. But the longest playing time original hit clip that I've got is one by NSYNC and lasts for 1 minute 23 seconds. And the recordable clip, well, that goes on for 2 minutes and can be played in any of the original 1 minute machines. So you can have a longer track without any need to upgrade to the discs. It's all just marketing BS. Talking of which, in this March 2004 issue of Billboard, it states that Raven has just signed up to be the new spokesperson for Hit Clips.
Oh, no!
But at this point, they're stating they'd sold 30 million
Hit Clips
units.
downloader sounds like a piece of malware, yeah.
In the first year or so, they'd sold about 20 million of those. So you can see how the sales have now slowed down.
That's so
but this
Raven,
is the bit I
yeah.
really wanted to mention. They state that the new discs
that's
are
so
backwards
Raven.
compatible with all prior Hit Clip music. No, they're not. The discs will not fit in the cartridge players, and understandably, the cartridges won't fit in the disc players either. No, the discs were a completely incompatible relaunch. If you try to attempt the equivalent of getting a round peg into a square hole, it turns out that the original cartridge players will not play the discs. I suspect the pinouts have been rearranged. But yes, the discs really were just the same idea repeated, but far less successfully. Perhaps hiding that artwork away wasn't the cleverest idea when you're trying to sell this as a collectible to children. Now, while we're looking at these up close, did you notice that while the players themselves have 6 SIM card type connectors, the cards have 8 pads on them. 2 don't connect with the players. The only device I have where the other 2 pads on the card will come into play is with the recorder. I think those extra connectors on this one are for the on-card record and stop buttons to communicate back with the device. I've also linked to a web page in the description which goes into the technical details of a hit clip card by reverse engineering it. For example, it seems that audio really is some kind of PWM. That's more like a talking greeting card than an MP3.
Why is that?
By the way, the discs sound just as bad as the cards.
Well, he said it was because the extra pins are on the Yahoo one because it goes to the record and stop record.
Oh. Okay.
And since I've got no headphone socket on this one, I've had to record these over my lavalier. Here's 11 seconds that'll make your teeth vibrate.
There's a blast. This is like getting blasted with the human condition, but only for a brief 5-year window.
Now, we know that the toy business is a business. You can tell it's a business because it's got the word business in the name. Same with the music business. So these people are out to make money. Be under no illusions about that. But when you read a little bit more about what was going on behind the scenes with hit clips and the music business, it can't help but make you feel that the whole endeavour was a little bit cynical. One of the inventors of hit clips here states that they originally had difficulty getting the record labels on board because the record label executives were, quote, alarmed that the chips, which contained 1-minute loops of songs, could possibly erode album sales.
God, the record industry is
labels
crazy.
Are nothing if not consistently paranoid. But once hit clips
These
became a top-selling
clips
toy, that actually increased album sales by exposing children to popular songs.
Executives got no thoughts going on in their brain. They think kids know about music. Brainwash. They have to hear about it.
From around the time of the launch of hit clips in 2000,
they have to hear the music before they buy it.
To spend around $4 million to target 8 to 10-year-olds, and expected this to result in sales of about 4 to 5 million items through the holiday season. In this June 2002 article, there's now a chap with the title of Tiger Music President, and he states that by combining popular artists with proven play patterns, they can generate incredible sales, exposure, and customer loyalty. Remember, we're talking about young kids here. At this point, there were around 80 titles on hit clips from more than 30 artists. They were planning on doing an all-year-round advertising push on major kids' TV programmes on Nickelodeon, Fox Kids, ABC, and via link-ups with companies like Pepsi
and Kraft. Yo, Robert Kraft wanted a piece of this.
Others. The group Destiny's Child, of course, wanted a piece of this action too.
Yeah, they got that
up to the
dinosaur with the roster. Cheese fire hose on board.
Destiny's Child in the aisles of toy departments, where many of their preteen fans still shop. It goes on to
mention wait a minute. It's official, folks. I am now the proud owner of the Yahoo Hit Clips downloader. Did you just buy one off like eBay? Holy shit.
Was a popular item with the hard-to-reach tweens audience of 8 to 11-year-olds. Kelly Rowland is quoted here as saying that this itsy-bitsy stereo is a...
$16? Hey, you gotta put like something crazy on that thing. You gotta put something crazy on that and like record it playing for us in the Discord or something.
Neat toy. It's mono, but let's move on. Plus, we get a lot of notes, she says, from parents saying that we're role models for their kids. The reality of the involvement there was
she got that Kraft dinner
the manager
pussy.
Of the group,
yes, the cheesiest.
Stated, we wanted to reach the younger market between 6 and 10. You want to build a base because the younger fans stay. What do you think? Pretty stylish. That's with the recordable clip inserted in the top. I think this is how I'm going to listen to all my music from now on, in little 2-minute bites in terrible quality in one ear. Anyway, hailing frequencies closed. So the hit clip to the music labels, from reading that, seemed to be the equivalent of a gateway drug for tweens. Well, at least that's how it reads. It's perhaps being a little bit harsh, but that was the idea behind it. Get kids hooked early on a particular artist so that they then stay with the artist, and as they grow up, they then buy CDs. It just seems a little bit cynical all round, but that's what the music business was about at that time, and they sold a lot of these, made a lot of money, and no doubt their plan did work.
After this, can we watch old ads?
Sort of 2000 and 2004
get
was when this product was on the market and doing well, but it shone brightly and disappeared pretty quickly after that. And of course, around about 2004, you can picture that the MP3 players had really taken off and people were getting their MP3s via different means, and they were no longer paying $4 just to listen to a minute and a half or so of music. So they made the hay while the sun shined in the music business, but then the sun pretty much went out after that for a while, until recently streaming seems to be doing pretty decently for them. Now, I know I'm looking at this from an adult's perspective. We're not talking about it from a child's perspective who just loved the thing because it was a toy that was cool at the time. But if we just step back and say, was this the worst pre-recorded music format in the world ever? If it wasn't, I don't know what is. But anyway, that's it for the moment. As always, thanks for watching.
Hey, go check out this channel, Techmoan. Techmoan, they make good videos. All right. Sorry, we're not gonna watch old ads because I'm actually gonna wrap up. Because it's 7 o'clock on the dot, and I need to go eat some dinner. I need to go get some food. All right. Part of the reason why I need to end the stream and go get some food is because tonight, in about 1 hour, over on Sockpens' stream, over on Scorpy's stream, me, Trog, Wayne, and Scorpy are going to do a commentary. We're going to go take a trip down memory lane because we recently we very recently did Game Clam 3. And as a part of that, we want to take a trip down memory lane. And we want to do commentary over the first Game Clam. So that's going to happen in 1 hour on Scorpy stream. I want to be there for that. So I want to go get some food before that happens. I think we are going to also do a behind the scenes podcast discussion of Game Clam 3. I think Scorpy is editing that, and it's going to be out at some point on the podcast. That's going to be audio only. But tonight we're going to do a commentary of Game Clam 3. So in 1 hour, go check that out. I got to get some food in me in an hour so I can not be hungry when that happens. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern over on Holly's stream, we are going. She is going to. I might be there, but she is going to be there, and she's going to be raising money for a charity, a Montreal-based charity that helps support LGBTQ plus in Montreal. Go check it out. Go check out her stream tomorrow, and go check out the podcast. Link to my Twitter, YouTube, podcast, because we're recording a new podcast episode tomorrow too. So a lot of stuff happening tonight and tomorrow. Go check out our shit. We make funny stuff. We make cool stuff. Please support me and my friends. Alright. That's all I gotta say, folks. Sorry today's stream was a little on the shorter side. But I'm busy. And I got other things to do. Alright. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Wherever you are on this big, beautiful earth, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome. Keep on keeping on. Keep on being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making my afternoon and my evening a lot more special. I think we're going to just go ahead and raid Holly. Oh, wait. Holly might be wrapping up soon. Fuck. Alright, I don't know who to raid then. I'm not going to raid anybody. Fuck it. Thank you for easing me out of the long stream. No problems. No problems. Mira? Alright, we'll raid Mira then. I forgot she was online. Alright. We'll raid Mira. Alright. But yeah. Stay cool, stay awesome. Keep on keeping on. Keep on being you. I'll be back next week with more streams. And more shit. Alright. But don't touch that mouse. I see you! I see you! Don't touch that mouse. We're gonna change the channel for you right now.